are my boxes? That's the wheel. Okay, so in the top left-hand box, we have a B and a P. Everybody should have a P where it says P right here. So this is a B and a P. This here is a P. This here is an A. And this here is an R. That goes like that. That goes like that. That goes like that. Okay. Bottom left-hand box, that word stands for result. Go ahead and write the word result in that box. Now, I want you to put in your box your financial result that you believe you can earn within the next 12 months. Some of you are commissioned, some of you are business owners, some of you are in the service industry, and you are hourly wage. Some of you have salaries with bonuses built in. So I need you to work with me on this if it doesn't really work for you. Okay, but financially, what is your goal within the next 12 months? And I was doing in Southern Florida, I was doing a real estate meeting. And in that room, there was an individual that went from making $50,000 a year to $259,000 a year. And the following year, he made $315,000. So it is possible, depending on your industry, for you to have massive jumps in your income. True, yes or no? Yes. Okay, some of us, it's not. So what I want you to do is I want you to put a number here that you can qualify. If it's possible for you to make, and there's other people out there making it, then it's possible for you to make it. True, yes or no? Yes. Okay, so put your number in your box. So you have a financial number there. Now, I understand that money is very important. I mean, Zig Ziglar says that money is so important, the only thing more important than it is oxygen. Okay, money's important, but it's not the only thing. You see, money can buy you a house, but it can't buy you a home. Money can buy you a bed, but it can't buy you a good night's sleep. Money can buy you a companion, but it can't buy you a friend. And money can buy you a good time, but it cannot buy you peace of mind. And that's where Zig says, I like the things that money buys, but I love the things that it doesn't buy. So what is it for you? Something outside of finances that you are committed to making happen within the next 12 months. I want you to write that right underneath your financial goal. Something outside of finances, and we want to be specific. He also talks about the difference between wandering generalities and meaningful specifics. I was doing an Acura dealership in Fremont, California, and I went to one of the sales guys and I said, hey, what's your financial goal for the next 12 months? And he said, well, I just want to make more money. I said, well, how much more do you want to make? He said, I don't care, I just want to make more. So I pulled a dollar bill out of my pocket and I handed it to him. I said, you just reached your 12-month goal. How do you feel about that? You want to be specific. If you want to lose weight, don't put lose weight. Put lose 30 pounds. If you want to go on vacation, don't say, I want to go on vacation. Say, I want to go to Hawaii, Maui, stay at this hotel with this person at this time of the year. You want to be specific. Everyone say, be specific. Now, in order to attain this financial goal and this personal goal, there's specific and measurable what that must be taken on a daily basis. Actions. That A stands for actions. And if we're going to change our results, are we going to have to take a little bit of action, or are we going to have to take massive action? Massive action. And for some of us, different action. If the actions that we're taking right now are not producing any results, why would we do more of those things? So massive and possibly different. You know, we all know what Einstein said, right? The definition of insanity. We don't want to do that. So, now in order to attain this financial result, to take the massive actions, we're going to have to tap into 100% of our potential. That P stands for potential. And usually I ask this question, what is the potential of a human being? Unlimited, limitless. And what does it cost us financially to tap into that unlimited potential? Nothing. So in order for us to tap into that unlimited God-given potential, to take the specific and measurable actions necessary to attain that financial result, what type of belief are you going to have about the economy, about your business, but most importantly about yourself? An empowering belief or a limiting belief? Empowering belief. So that B stands for belief. Go ahead and write that down in your box. Now let's take an individual that has been in your particular industry for quite some time. This is the type of individual that sucks the life out of the room when they walk into it. Anybody know an individual like this? All over the room. Maybe we know them very intimately. They're always complaining, we don't make enough money here, the systems here are terrible, we don't get the support that we need, we don't get the training, there's not enough inventory, there's too much competition, we're not making the kind of money we deserve, we're not making the mucho dinero. Now, is this type of individual going to have a positive belief or a negative belief about your industry? Negative belief. Because they have a negative belief, are they going to tap into more or less of their potential? Less. Are they going to take more or less action? Less. Are they going to see any kind of result that they're looking for in this area? No. And then you know what they do? They say, I told you so. It's not me. And this baby right here gets reinforced. And it grows. This individual becomes more certain of the wrong stuff. And then a pattern is formed. They start to believe their doubts and doubt their beliefs. They start tapping into less of their potential. They start taking less action. They see worse results until they're stuck. And the problem with this kind of individual is not a lack of resources. The problem with this individual is a lack of resourcefulness. And the reason they're not resourceful is because they have emotional blocks and inner conflicts. Now, does a good coach tell you what you want to hear or what you need to hear? What you need to hear. What you need to hear. And are we all willing to be good coaches and coach one another on our teams, in our groups, in our businesses when it comes to a limiting mindset and limiting belief system like that? Yes or no? Because I'm not saying that we have all of those things, but is it fair to say that we have one or two? And are those things new or are they old? Old. Like how old? Like a day old, a week old, a month old, or longer? Years. Our friends over at Stanford University did a study. And what they found out at Stanford is that by the time you were 5 years old, you had 50% of your belief system you have right now and the patterns that you have in your life. And by the time that you were 18, 95% of who you are today was formed. So a lot of that stuff came from who? Parents. Who else? Friends. Teachers. School. Coaches. Media. Church. All of it. And some of that stuff's good and some of it's not so good. Is it fair to say, you guys, that this stuff right here has cost you business deals in the past? Yes or no? Yes. And if it cost you business deals, did it cause you stress? And if it caused you stress, did that take a toll on your relationships? If it caused you stress, did that take a toll on your health? You see, you don't get ulcers from what you eat. You get ulcers from what's eating you. I have a cousin, David. David, when he was 5 years old, he was diagnosed with diabetes. And diabetes today isn't really a huge deal if you treat your body right. My father has diabetes. But if you eat healthy and you treat your body like the temple and the vessel that it was created to be designed as, and you treat it properly, you can live a long, healthy life. Well, David was started out down the wrong road. I know Dr. Thompson was talking about those McDonald's French fries, and they are good. But if you sit down, or if you start a pathway, and you start a pattern, and you start a habit of eating poorly like David did, and you don't stop it, there's severe ramifications of that. Now David, all through high school, all through college, all through his 20s, now he's 34 years old. 2 years ago, both of his retinas detached from his eyes, and he lost his left eye. 18 months after that, both of his kidneys failed. And now he's 34, and he gets dialysis 4 times a week. Not because he doesn't have the knowledge. My parents, doctors, everybody said, start treating your body right. The problem is when our knowledge comes up against our habits and our patterns, our knowledge, our habits, and our patterns are going to win 100% of the time. And let me reiterate what Einstein said. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is insanity. Now, I happen to know Al, not as young as I look, and he told me that I could give you the new definition. This is the new definition of insanity. Write this down. Knowing, and that's the only change in the word, or the statement. Knowing that I do the same thing over and over and over again and I expect a different result. That is insane. Knowing that I do the same thing over and over and over again and expect a different result. That is insane. So what if we decided to step up and take action today? And we create this new belief about ourselves. A belief that says, you know what, I am an outstanding salesperson. I am an outstanding business owner. I am an outstanding manager. When people would be foolish, people would be crazy not to do business with me because when everybody else is going down here, I go up here. I produce top results. Now, is that a limiting belief or is it an empowering belief? It's an empowering belief, and with an empowering belief, would you tap into more or less of your potential? More. Would you take more or less action? And would you start to see, even if it was small, more results, yes or no? Yes. And then what would you say to yourself? What would you say to yourself? Come on, I can't hear you. What would you say to yourself? It works. What else? I can do it. What else?